In this video, we're going to answer the questions about what happens to the exchange rate between two currencies when different events happen. For each of these, the way that you're going to work it out is by drawing a diagram, because it says here, draw a supply and demand diagram to show the change in each of the following scenarios. So for each one, you're going to have a diagram like this. And just looking at the first one, this says this exchange rate diagram is for US dollars in terms of British pounds. So your whole diagram is looking at US dollars, and you are looking at the price of dollars in terms of British pounds, so in pounds. And then this diagram is showing, remember, D for down, demand. So it's showing the demand for US dollars, and it's showing the supply shooting up into the sky, the supply for US dollars. But just when you're looking at the price of the dollars, you're looking at that in terms of pounds. So for example, $1 equals £2 or whatever it may be. And you can find the initial equilibrium here, so we can put a little p and a little q. And it says here the scenario is that there's a decrease in the supply of US dollars. Remember, the whole diagram's about US dollars. A decrease in the supply of US dollars. That means we need to shift the supply curve to the left here. And then we need to draw in the new equilibrium here. And I'm just going to do it freehand here. Little p1, little q1. And you can see, therefore, that the price of dollars in terms of pounds has gone up from p to p1. And we would say that the dollar has appreciated against, because you always need to know which currency you're talking about, the pound. And that answers the first question. So that's what your diagram should look like for the first question. The second one, this exchange rate diagram is for Swiss francs in terms of euros. So this one, it's the price of Swiss francs in euros. And the whole diagram is looking at Swiss francs, the supply of Swiss francs, the demand for Swiss francs, and this is your initial equilibrium. And it says the scenario is that there's an increase in demand for Swiss francs. So in this one, we need to shift the demand curve to the right, a parallel shift there. And you need to label that D1. And then you'd need to do this with your ruler. You put in the new equilibrium, which is P1, Q1. And because there's been an increase in the demand, you can see that the Swiss franc has appreciated, just the same as the last diagram. So the Swiss franc appreciated, and again you need to say against which currency, against the euro. And the last diagram, this exchange rate diagram is for British pounds in terms of the euros. So price of pounds in euros, that's on that axis. Supply, demand, little p, little q. And it says, initially the equilibrium price for pounds in terms of euros was £1. So the price of the pound in terms of euros, was €1. So this here would have been €1. After an increase in the demand for pounds, so to show an increase in the demand for pounds, again, we do the parallel shift here and label that D1, and then put in your new equilibrium here, Q1, and they say after an increase in the demand for pounds, the new equilibrium price is €1.25. So this is now €1.25, and we're just going to stop there. So you can see again, actually here, the pound has appreciated against, in this case, the euro.